Hello everyone, it's me Hattie and I am back with part 7 of the Pomegranates. So in this part I really wanted to explore Jane's friendship with Jessica. I want them to become good friends because I want Jessica to move in with the Pomegranates, and I think that will just make things so much more interesting. So I think that I'll do that in this part and Jane will become good friends with her. So we are all still at this place I made. It's the Bohemian Cinema Park and it's getting pretty late on Saturday night, but it's actually really lovely that they're all here and they're all together and they're all friends. Well, most of them are friends. I don't think that Jessica's friends with Tasman and Courtney, but I think Tasman's one of these people that would want to keep her friends close but her enemies closer. Okay, so they're not getting on now, and Joel is trying to talk to both of them, I think. I think that Joel and Jessica might have a thing, I don't know, together. I don't know. We'll have to see when Jessica moves in because I don't know. I mean, they make such a fantastic couple just looks-wise. I think they go really nicely together, but I just don't know what's going to happen. And I think that when I do have more control over what Jessica does, that will really help. So we'll see. So I want Jane to give Jessica some heartfelt compliments, and I think that will probably get their friendship up a little bit. I don't know where Tommy is, actually. Take some pictures together. Yes, that is definitely a nice thing to do. Okay, so Tommy is in here asleep on the bench by himself. I should have put a campsite in. Oh, I should have. Okay, I'll do that in the next Let's Build series. If I do another park or something, I will do exactly that because I think that would be a lovely thing to have here, and it would just make so much more sense, especially because it's an all-nighter. They're supposed to be spending a very long time here, so yeah, it's pretty good. I love watching The Sims 3 though. This is fantastic. I love watching this TV because, I don't know, it's just so detailed. It's like a proper soap opera. I mean, it's got no storyline to it, at least I don't think it has, but still nice. Complain about some parents. Okay, I don't know whose parents she would actually be complaining about. Jane just tried going to sleep, but I've just woken her up, so she's going to come back now, and I want to finish off this bit, so then she can go back to the house and sleep, and that will give me enough time to then go and see what Pilar's up to, what Scarlet's up to, and that would be a good thing to do, because instead of just having them all sleeping at the same time, Jane can go back home in a little bit. I think maybe she'll probably start to head back probably about 4 a.m, something like that. So we'll see. We shall see. Show off outfits. I think she'd do that. What is give props? I don't know. Is that give advice? I have no idea. I think a lot of these teenage problems would definitely just be complaining about parents and trying to bond over that, because Jane's in a really tricky situation where her father disappeared and she doesn't know where he is, and I think that would definitely frustrate her. And Jessica ran away from home. So I think that they both, of course, have family issues at home. Jane doesn't have any issues with Pilar, her mum. In fact, they're quite good friends. Are they good friends? I think they are. They're friends, but they're not good friends. And Scarlet is Jane's acquaintance because they're not good friends at this point. But maybe they will be when Scarlet's a little bit older, but I think at this point in their life, probably they wouldn't really get on that well because Jane's growing up, she's in a difficult point of her life, and Scarlet is... So these two have merged into each other, which looks really odd. But Joel is trying to talk to Jessica, which does make it very hard for Jane to now talk to Jessica because she's a little bit sidetracked at the moment. But maybe Jane would just speak to Tommy. It's been a while. It's been like a couple of hours. It's a little bit awkward to then just kiss each other and then just not talk for hours afterwards. What is that about? But I think they're okay. It's actually lovely that they're all here, and in a normal situation like this, there is no way that Jessica would sit next to Tasman. It just wouldn't happen because Tasman is just really catty and she just wouldn't like Jessica. They just wouldn't get on together and it would make things really awkward for everybody else. But at least everybody being here and all surrounded by each other, it means that Jane can now get on with some of the other members of Team Bro, like Braxton and Toby, because that means that for club outings, club parties, it just makes it so much easier to invite people. I don't know what's going on here because Jessica is just talking to every single person at the party. She was talking to Tommy, she was talking to Joel. I don't know what's happening. But they've got to become good friends. They have to become good friends. So any form of conversation would be good right now, and anything. I mean, show off the outfit, okay, fine. You can do that. Take pictures together, share insecurities. Yeah, share insecurities would definitely make you better friends, I think. Anyway, as long as it doesn't make them too anxious about anything, I don't know. Because constant sharings of insecurities isn't fantastic for a friendship which is just budding. They've just become good friends. Fantastic. They've just become good friends. So I think that after this gathering, when Jane goes back home, she'll probably ask Pilar, see what happens there. And then Jessica will move in, probably towards the end of this part. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Jane is flirty. Oh no, Jessica Mortray is flirty. Oh my gosh. She's flirting with a lot of people. She's been flirting with Toby and Joel and I think maybe even Braxton now. But I don't know. I don't know if Braxton would flirt back. Jane has just gone to sleep again, but I'm going to keep her up. I'm going to make sure that that is not happening. And maybe she should just go back home now because they are good friends and we can invite her over at some point. This party's dying a little bit anyway, so maybe it's time to travel back and she can go home and actually get a proper sleep there, and then she can meet up with all this lovable bunch later on at some point. So we are just back at the house and she is shattered. So that's fantastic because it means that she can sleep for a very, very long time. But let's see what Scarlet and also Pilar are up to. Okay, so Scarlet's needs are very, very satisfied at the moment. And I think the same with Pilar's as well. So that's not amazing, actually. I was expecting them both to be in bed and it would just be so much easier to have that. But hey, we can't have everything. So Jane has just gone to sleep and I really want those two to do that as well. And then at least I can speed time up a little bit and it can hopefully be morning, where it would definitely be acceptable to invite some people around. Maybe Pilar would invite Dylan round and maybe then Scarlet could invite Max round. And who was the other friend that she had? I can't remember. Elsa. Oh, that's such a cute name. That is so sweet. I love that name. I do. I can't remember if Elsa's an English name. I can't remember. I know that Elsie is. My great aunt was called Elsie. So it's now morning and the time was going pretty quickly. But I'm actually very happy that Scarlet has got all her needs sorted because that means that she can now go meet her friends and she can get something to eat quickly. Hi, caterer, $100. No, thank you. Why am I saying dollars? It's simoleons. I always see that sign and I think dollars because it looks really similar to a dollar sign. Okay, so pancakes. Yeah, it's Sunday, so why not? Oh, and Jane's pretty energized as well, but she's got to get her needs up, so I guess that she will do that by herself. So whilst Pilar is cooking, I think that Scarlet should invite some of her friends round. So she could invite round, let's see, she could start gathering. Is she the leader? No, she's not the leader. Okay, start gathering. Yeah, why not? I actually want her to overthrow Elsa and become the leader of this group and just take the whole group over, basically. So Max is round very early. He is very eager to get to this club gathering because it's just what he does. He's going to go in that wardrobe again. Why did he do that? Why has he done that the past 2 times he's been here? That is all he does. Maybe she'd play in the closet with him then. Okay, so they can do that. I want her to play in the closet with him, but I do also want her to have something to eat. So maybe if they did. Oh no, only one person can play in it at once apparently. Really? That's so strange. Well, these pancakes are nearly ready, so she can come down for those. And that is probably when Jane, of course, would ask Pilar at the breakfast table if Jessica can move in with them, because I don't think that Pilar does know Jessica. So I don't know. We shall see. So they're all here and I want them to call something to a family meal here. So clean up this spaghetti, clean up this. Okay, cereal can stay out, but as long as she can clean this. Then Scarlet can eat these pancakes and then Jane can as well. Hang on, did Pilar just make those pancakes for herself? I think that those pancakes were only just for her. That is really odd. I think so anyway. But I'm just fast forwarding time now because I want them to all be here, and I think that they're all busy doing things like emptying dishwashers and all that. So maybe they'd just all sit down, and I'd like Jane to sit down as well. And she would say something friendly to Pilar, and she would say, ask about her day. I wonder if we can have an interaction for getting somebody to move in. I can't find what it is though. What would it be? I don't know. I didn't look it up, so maybe there is. I don't know. Okay, so Pilar has just gone to work on a Sunday. On a Sunday? Pilar never works though. She never does. She's at work apparently till 5. Okay, so she's back in 5 hours. That's not too long, at least. So in the meantime, I think that what we will do is Scarlet will go upstairs and play with her friends. I want her to become good friends with Max, so I want them to do that. I think Elsa's outside as well, so in fact maybe they'd all go out and just play over here and they'd do that. I don't know. I don't know if Max would want to join in. I don't know if he's a loner type and he's just in the group because his parents have told him to be in the group, because now I know that Max has parents, so... And I've actually seen their house. It's a pretty big house that they have as well. I'd like all the kids to get out here on the monkey bars though, because I just love watching them like this. I just think it's such a cute thing to have in the garden. I really wish that I'd have moved the pirate boat here and moved some of these plants around, because I think that that would have looked so good. But I'm hoping that in the next house, when Pilar gets her next promotion, because when they have another promotion, or Pilar has another promotion at least, then I'm going to move them. I'm going to move them somewhere else to a bigger plot, and it's going to be on a 40 by 30, probably in the outskirts of Windenburg in the farming areas. And I'm hoping that when that happens, I think it'll just be so much more fun, and they'll have their own rooms, and it will be a house specifically for them. So we shall see. I might even extend this one and just start adding some more rooms or something. I just haven't decided yet. We shall see what happens, but let me know in the comments what you think about the idea below. Should I move them when the next promotion comes up, or should they always stay in this house? Just let me know what you think. So now that Jane's needs are completely filled, or at least nearly completely filled, I do want to do some of these little things here in the corner. So she needs to do something romantic, and she wants to send a happy text to somebody. So send a happy text to Tommy, and I think that that would make a lot of sense for her to do that, especially as she doesn't just want to ignore him as soon as she's back from this bohemian cinema park. I don't think she would. I'd also like her to send one to Miles, because she never invited Miles to the place. He wants to take Jane out again, so fine, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's accept it and go out somewhere. I don't think that she'd want to take anybody with her. Maybe just the two of them would be okay there. Scarlet is at home with her 2 friends, trying to build up the relationships there with Max and Elsa. So hopefully they'll become friends at some point, and we'll see how that goes. And Pilar's at work. So maybe when Pilar's at work, maybe we'll stay here till about 5 o'clock, and then we will start heading back. This is a really ugly park. This is horrible. Why would we go here? This is terrible. Oh my gosh. I don't like this at all. It's got no landscaping. It's not enough landscaping for me. I don't like this. I'm not happy with this area. This is a terrible choice, Tommy. Why would you take Jane here? Anyway, so maybe she would want to reveal a deep secret that she hates this park and she wishes that she wasn't here. No, she wouldn't really. I don't think she'd be that rude, but we'll see. Okay, Jessica's here already. So we didn't even invite Jessica, but she's here. And that is a little bit odd because it's as if she wasn't invited and she's turned up anyway. I don't know if she would know that these two are meeting here. I'm just not sure, but we definitely didn't invite her, so it is a little bit odd that she is just here by herself. And a few other people are turning up as well. I think they're just walking off though. I've just seen Toby, probably just going out for a little stroll or something. It's just a little bit strange. I don't know. A little bit stalkerish there, Jessica. But let's get to know Tommy, and I don't think that she'd want to complain about his parents. Maybe they just gossip together. Probably after this, probably about 5 p.m, she'd get back with Jessica at the house, and that is where she would ask if Jessica could move in with them. So it does sort of work out that Jessica was here already, and we'll see what happens. These two are getting so close. They're not going to be boyfriend and girlfriend yet because I don't want to rush into it. Jessica Trey's feeling pretty playful at the moment, and it's a big park. It's very difficult to find anybody in here because it's so big and it's so spaced out, and I do like big parks like this, but oh my gosh, it's so difficult. Is that Dylan over there? That's Frank Cage. Who is he? I can't remember putting Frank Cage into my game, but he is here anyway. So I think that now they have had a little outing, maybe Jane would invite Jessica back to theirs because Pilar's nearly home from work, and I think that it would make a lot of sense if she was there with them, and then she could really ask her mum face to face if Jessica can move in, and we could see where it goes from there. But we are back at the house now, so Pilar is nearly home from work. She's feeling fine. She's not really feeling anything else other than feeling fine. Her career performance isn't fantastic, so yeah, it's going to be a slow promotion, I think. The next promotion is going to be pretty slow for poor Pilar, because I think it's difficult when you start to get, I guess, advanced at cooking. So we shall see. Is everything going okay with Scarlet's friends? She hasn't really bonded with either of them, which is a shame. She's probably spent the whole time just doing this interaction, which is even more of a shame because I would have really liked her to have become a little bit closer with her friends. And I hope they haven't gone home. Have they just gone home? I can't find them anywhere. I actually can't find her friends. So she's being a little bit uncomfortable, and I think that she would want to trick with hand buzzer. She's a little bit mischievous, and I think that she would really enjoy doing magic tricks and tricking people with hand buzzers. But I wanted to ask Elsa what her favourite animal is, because that is just what children do. What is your favourite animal? That is a big old friendship bonding exercise right there. But Pilar's home from work, so that's perfect because she's already talking to Jessica. Maybe Jessica's saying to Pilar, Jane's offered if I can move in, is it okay with you? And Pilar is probably thinking about it because she probably feels a little bit uneasy, but the fact that she's building up a relationship with Dylan at the moment, she would definitely want to take all eyes off what's going on there, and maybe she thinks that it will help things at home and Jane will be all around a nice person if she has a good influence around her, and maybe she thinks that Jessica is a good influence for Jane. We'll just have to see. But I'm going to move Jessica in now, and I'm going to do a little cheat for it, so I will be right back. Okay, so I've just moved Jessica Trey into the family, and whilst finding out some very unusual things about Jessica Trey and who she likes and who she doesn't like. So she's acquaintances with both Tommy and Courtney. She's good friends with Toby. She is very good friends with Joel. They're good friends. She hates Braxton. She's getting on a little bit better with Tasmin Kingsley, which is a little bit odd, but they were neighbours, so I think that, I don't know, maybe they got on a little bit. She's had a fling with Kirsten Oswald, and it ended. She's acquaintances with Pilar. She doesn't like Scarlet. She is enemies with Gina Dozier. She has a relationship with Blondie Slack. Okay, I was not expecting that, to be honest with everybody. She is friends and lovers with Blanca. She hates Caroline, Craig, and Roderick, and also Stephen. So there's that. So that is two sets of parents, Tommy and Tasmin's parents. She both absolutely despises. She is bi. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. I thought that she was going to just like men, but you know, each to their own, and that has just happened through the game, and I didn't set that up. So little backstory there for Jessica. She has had quite a lot of romances, and her aspiration in life is to be a serial romantic anyway. So I think that Jessica is an interesting character. I really hope that she's not going to be as ruthless as she's starting to seem at the moment, because she's starting to seem like she doesn't care whose heart she breaks. She will just be happy with breaking lots of hearts, and that is her life aspiration to do so. So I hope that it doesn't end in a horrible way for Blanca, for Blondie, and for the other girls, Kirsten But she has had romantic relationships with every single person that she lived with, which is not normal. It's not normal to do that, but I don't know. I hope she's going to be okay, and I hope she's not going to be a bad decision to move here, or will she be? But that is the end of part 7, and I really hope to see you all for part 8. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will speak to you all in the next part.